Start. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Test, test. Do I keep? Hi, everyone. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year. Thank you. Thank you. It's so nice to see everyone here after reading week. Welcome back. Welcome to Emmanuel College's Wednesday gathering. My name is Tara, a first-year student in the spiritual life team, and I'm here to welcome you all. So this week, we're delighted to have Kanats joining us as we celebrate Lunar New Year. And before we begin, I would like to offer a warm thank you to Karnat for sponsoring our lunch. It was so yummy. We're really grateful for your generosity. Thank you. Emmanuel is a community rooted in diversity of faith, experience, culture, and tradition. And tradition. Each week, those who gather in this chapel include individuals whose religious background are represented in the service, as well as those who have different traditional religious tradition, or none at all. Wherever you find yourself on your spiritual life path today, please know you're welcome here. And we invite you to feel free to participate or to refrain from participating, however it feels most comfortable to you. Whether it means to joining any activities or simply just observing, your presence matters. Every week we have people visiting the chapel who have not been here before. And if this is your first time here, a special welcome to you. We appreciate the openness and the courage it takes to step into a new space like this. And if at any point during the gathering you need to step out, please feel free to do so. You are just as welcome to return whenever you are ready. Chapel gathering at Emmanuel are also spaces of learning and spiritual leadership formation. As such, there will be some experimentation and risk-taking. So we invite you an attitude of generosity to celebrate what may feel like failures as well as successes. And if you have any questions, feedback, or concerns during or after the gathering, please feel free to reach out to the Spiritual Life team, our Professor Wei Yi, you wave, and Victor, he's at the back. And then any other members with this green tag, we're very happy to hear from you. And thank you again for joining us as we learn, celebrate, and experience Lunar New Year together. So now I'd like to invite Professor Henry Xu to introduce our guests from Connects to us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and Happy Lunar New Year to you all again. Sorry, I forgot to wear my name tags. My name is Henry Xu. It's really good to see you all here this afternoon, and thank you all for being part of this gathering. I'm especially glad to see that members of Canards are joining us this afternoon. For those of you who may be newer to Emmanuel College, Canards stands for, as you can see on the screen, sorry, the Committee on Asian, North American Asian Theologies and Spiritualities. This is actually the first committee I served when I joined Emmanuel College in year 2020. And this year, I'm co-chairing Canards with Reverend Bin Zhong, who's also with us today. So I was asked to share with you the history behind Canards. The story began when Professor Wen In Eng joined Emmanuel College in 1995 as associate professor in Christian education. She helped found and coordinate the Center for Asian Theology, which was the former name of Canards. And that Center for Asian Theology was launched in 1996. So, but I would also like to give you a broader context of the Center for Asian Theology. The inspiration behind Center for Asian Theology actually reached back to 1993 when Professor John Hua Park of Hanshin Graduate School of Theology in Korea first initiated this vision. In that year, Sang-Cho Lee, the 32nd moderator of the United Church of Canada, was made Chancellor of Victoria University. So I mention this because it is in this capacity that Sang-Cho Lee introduced to Emmanuel College an exchange program with Hanshin University. So from this outset, this was a trans-Pacific partnership. In 1994 to 95, an agreement of cooperation between Hanshin and Victoria University Emmanuel College formalized student and faculty exchanges. So it is under this kind of establishment that a Center for Asian Theology was felt needed. And these arrangements were not merely administrative. They were, well, they were theological bridges between contexts, communities, and traditions. In the first year of that program, in 1995, guess who was sent from Hanshin to Emmanuel College as the first exchange student? Well, someone named Kim Harry Ran. Yes. So we are, it's all connected that way. So, yeah. In 2010, when there was a college council task group proposed that a revitalized Center for Asian Theology would tie together existing and often isolated programs and initiatives and serve as a hub for visiting scholars, conferences, and fora with the United Church of Canada and other religious communities. And there was a significant transition occurred in 2016 with the establishment of the Center for Religion and its Contexts at Emmanuel College. At that time, the Center for Asian Theology became one of its constituent entities and adopted a new name, which was the Committee on Asian and North American Asian Theologies. And the Center for Religion and its Contexts was further revitalized under the vision of Professor Voss, who was the former principal at the time. And this year, 2026, marks the 30th anniversary of the Kanats. So in recognition of the growing diversity of spiritual practices among individuals of Asian and North American Asian descent, the committee expanded its mandate and added spiritualities. So from cannot to cannots to its name. This development signals attentiveness not only to academic theology, but also to live faith, embodied practice, and communal formation. As part of this as part of this anniversary year, as you have heard from Principal Kim Craig, we will also be organizing a conference on anti-Asian racism in October 16th. This conference will create space for sustained theological and spiritual reflection and critical engagement with the ongoing realities of racial injustice, ensuring that our scholarship remains accountable to the social and the larger contexts in which we live. So before I close, another note of gratitude that our lunch today, for those of you who were, at the lunch with us, was provided by Canards. So I think it's a meaningful expression of the committee's commitment to nourishing both scholarship and community. So thank you all.
For as long as humanity existed, people across the earth have looked to the moon, the sun, and the stars to keep track of time. Many cultures celebrate the completion of the calendar cycle we now call New Year. However, before the period of colonization and globalization, we will not always celebrate New Year at the same time. And even now, there are people who are unable to celebrate their New Year tradition because it is not recognized as a public holiday. The Lunar New Year we're celebrating today is just one of many traditions that follows the cycle of the moon and the sun. Many indigenous communities, such as Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe, whose land we're operating on, also celebrate New Year following lunisolar calendar. Even holy days for traditions represented at Emmanuel College, such as Ramadan, Easter, and Vesak, are also based on the lunar calendar. Even though we might not be able to celebrate all the traditions in this space, I hope this is a reminder of our relationship with the cultures and the nature that's around us. And so we welcome everyone for our celebration of Lunar New Year today. And as I mentioned earlier, this is only one of the few traditions that is based on the lunisolar calendar, right? Yeah. So lunisolar calendar is a calendar that considers the motions of the moon and the sun. So we know that the moon cycle is about 28 days, and when in some traditions, right? Let's say for Islamic calendar, it's a true lunar calendar, so it doesn't sync with the solar year. So the start of the year for Islamic calendar, for example, will keep shifting according to the year that we used to, as we base our culture in a solar calendar. But in this calendar, it's lunisolar. So they also consider the motion of the moon, but they also consider that it keeps in sync with the year. So there will be years where they added an extra month, like a leap month, so to keep in sync with the solar calendar. So, and the traditions that keeps this calendar that is celebrating the new year this past week would be the Chinese, Mongolian, Korean, Tibetan, Vietnamese, for example. So there are so many different cultures also related to this and the diaspora around the world that celebrate this Lunar New Year. And that's why we call it Lunar New Year. And it's not just Chinese or Tibetan or Korean New Year, right? But also so not every culture that celebrate lunar calendar also celebrate New Year at this point of time. So I just want to make sure that we acknowledge that this is only one example of the different cultures that celebrate Lunar New Year. Okay. And what we're gonna do today is gonna be a bit different from our usual gathering style, right? We're not gonna always be sitting like this for the entire hour, but while we have these activities that will happen in different places in this space, and this is inspired by the temple fair. That is something that is in Asian culture is very important when people during holy days that people go to temple and there will be a fair around the temple. So there will be food, there will be games, there will be celebration, there will be rituals that people do at the same space. Next slide, please. Yeah, and yeah, and sorry, and then before that, I'm sorry, I forgot about this, but we celebrating the year of the fire horse, right? And if you're not familiar, you might know that this is the year of the horse, but where the fire comes in. So this is a Chinese zodiac, and this so basically there are 5 elements in the culture. So there's fire, the earth, metal, water, and wood, and then so this is a five element cycle. So every 2 years will be 1 element. So every year that ends with 6 and 7 will be a fire year. And if you're born this year, so you can see here the horse. 2026 is a fire horse, so it's hot and seed red. Yeah, and then so if you want to know, you can calculate it from the year that you're born. And if you are born before the Chinese New Year, then you need to like -1 of your year. So make sure that you fall it in this zodiac. Yeah. Okay, and then next slide will be the temple fair. Yeah. So basically, yeah, the different cultures celebrate. Uh, they do different kind of celebration around the temple, and the sacred space of the temple is not only for space for contemplation and meditation, but also a space for celebration and fun. And so what we're doing today, we're going to have 5 different activities that you can choose. You can choose to do one, you can choose to do all of them, you can choose to do neither, up to you. We'll have the time until 1:45 and we'll come back again. So whatever activities you're doing, you're going to stop at that point. And you feel free to continue to do it on your own time later, but we're just going to come back to have a closing together. So yeah, the 5 stations and there'll be a point person for each station. So the first one is Fortune 6, and Reese will be maybe you all can come up to the front first. Oh yeah. So Reese and Ray and Ngawang and Tara come to the front, so yeah, people can see who you are. Yeah. So Reese will be doing Fortune 6. So Fortune 6 is a ritual in Asian culture, in many different Asian cultures, that is like a more almost like a divination ritual where people can come and they have things that they want to ask for. They'll get some kind of fortune according to the result of the ritual. But today we're not actually providing fortune because I know there's a lot of traditions that are not into divination. But we have word of blessings, words of wisdom from different traditions. And yeah, so you can figure out if you want to interested in seeing, just participating, observing, feel free to go to Reese, and Reese will be around this area at the front. And the next station is Youth, which is a Korean board game. So this is also a New Year tradition for Korean culture. And Ray will be doing that around that side, on the right side, at the front. And the next one is we're going to be making Tibetan prayer flag. And Ngawang will be at the back on the right side of the room. Can you wave? Yeah. Yeah. And the next one is, if you want to just do something chill, coloring, there will be stories and figures for you can color. And Tara will be at the back on the left side. Yeah. And the last one is, if you just want to do something on your own by yourself, you don't want to interact with anyone, crossword puzzle is the best thing, I think. You can do it, spend your time on your own, and and then I'm responsible for this, but you don't have to talk to me. You can just, do it on your own. Yeah. But if you have questions about it, you can ask me. Okay. And yeah, just to before we separate out, I have this quote that I think is very important. So because normally, when you come to spiritual life gathering, you might expect that there will be some message for you to take home, but maybe there is or maybe there isn't. I have this quote that I find that's interesting. So this, can we have a next slide? It's a quote for this guy called Matthew Paris. Sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. It says, an age is coming when machines will be able to do everything. You say, that would not be conscious. But how will we know a machine is not conscious? How do we know another human being is conscious? There is only one way. When it starts to play, in playfulness lies the highest expression of the human spirit. So have fun. Oh, I forgot that there are prizes for the games and for the crossword, but you need to finish before we come back. And these are the prizes. So and you can team up also if you want. In the game also there will be a team. So yeah, if you want prizes, choose those activities. Yeah.
Yeah. Test, test, test. We are having a great participatory time. If we can maybe mute that thing at the Lunar New Year celebration at Emmanuel. But if you're joining us from at home, never fear. We still have lots of fun, amazing educational content that you can learn from. I'm here with Nguyen. Can you tell us, Nguyen, what we're doing here today?
Oh, here actually, okay. So here, I mean, today is
Hi,
special
Nawanga. It's Susan.
Lunar New Year, according to many countries such as Taiwan, China, Tibet, and all the countries, people who believe follow the lunar calendar. So today we celebrate about New Year here at Manu College.
Amazing. Can you explain to us what we're doing here?
Oh, here just we are writing like a drawing about Om Mani Padme. Om Mani Padme, it means the mantra of our Lord Ishwara. It means symbolic of compassion. So we have 6 syllables. So it has big definition. So you can later explain here. So yeah. So here you can see all this information. We have 2 pages. So that's very important because we love loving kindness, compassion. So these all here, but these 6 syllables represent of all the Buddhist concepts.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We are having an incredible time here in the spiritual life gathering at Emmanuel College. I'm Bree. I'll be right back. I mean, I can always just do it like this. No, we don't. We have some really phenomenal coloring going on, and I'm joined by my spiritual life team classmate, Tara. Tara, can you tell us about? I'm going to switch camera. Can you tell us about what we're doing here today?
We're doing coloring. So it's a very chill station called colored figures, and then each figure is like represent a story in the Lunar New Year sometime. Of course, as the top is colored, lion figure, yeah, different kinds of stuff.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. Thank you. We have a lot of incredible stuff going on and something for everyone here at our spiritual gathering.
Oh, is that me?
I went, and then she went.
I need a lot of noise.
Wait, so that's good.
Four. Got it. And one more time. One more time.
You got it. 4-2.
We don't do it horrible.
You can catch it. 4, yeah. And 2.
Okay, yeah. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you're here, Ray.
Yeah.
Oh,
2. We just start again. Okay. We can catch it.
okay, we gotta skip.
3.
Oh, that's very exciting.
And Okay, number 4. We play again. Hold on a second, play. 4-1. So, 1-1. We not. Yeah, all of them.
We have a ton of super fun activities happening here today. I actually wanted to interview one of the organizers of today's gathering, which is Farooq. Farooq, what did you really want to accomplish when you were in the early stages of planning this event?
What do I want to accomplish? Oh, wow, I want people to have fun. Yeah, I think that would be the main thing. It's a celebration, so yeah, it needs to be fun. Yeah.
I think sometimes we forget about fun when we're talking about our spiritual and religious traditions.
Yeah, I think, like religion has become like a very serious thing, right? I think people forgot that like humans, we also like to have fun. And this is like a very uniquely human thing, I think. And this what makes us human.
What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, wow. I watch movies for fun. Yeah.
You've done such a great job planning. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Bree.
And we also have some fortune telling going on.
Wow.
Origin of this practice?
Origin? Yeah, I think it's very old.
Oh, it's Taoist or Buddhist divination.
I feel it's
Ancient China.
yeah, it's like ancient China practice. So it's like probably not really part of like a formal religion.
Yeah,
I think
more folk.
yeah, folk practice.
May ever done this growing up.
We've had a tremendous amount of fun today. We're going to be regrouping shortly for prizes. Stay tuned to those joining us online. We're not done yet. And thank you for tagging along on the live stream with us.
Hello. I'd like us to do some closing activities before we end the hour. And so if you can pause what you're doing first and you can continue it later on your own time also. I think no one has won anything yet, right? The games, has any team won the game yet? Ray, did anyone win? Not yet. Okay, the game is still ongoing. Okay, so there's no winners yet, which is okay. We're gonna skip that part, and Tara is gonna share some reflection, story, a little bit. Okay.
Hello, Scott. Can we put to the next slide, please? One sec. I hope everyone had fun doing your activities. Yeah, so because this is the year of Fire Horse, I want to share a story, a very old story. A lot of us grew up hearing. It actually goes back to the 2nd century BC. This old story is in Chinese. It's called 塞翁失马, often translated as the old man lost his horse. So the story goes like, there was an old man who had a horse, and one day this horse ran away. And then a neighbor came, said to this old man, "What bad luck, so unfortunate." And then this old man just said, "Maybe." After a while, this horse came back and brought a beautiful wild horse with it. And then this neighbor came again, said, "Wow, such good luck. You're so lucky." And then this old man again said, "Maybe." And then soon after, this old man's son tried to ride the wild horse, but fell off and broke his leg. And then this neighbor came again, said, "Wow, such bad luck." Again, this old man said, "Maybe." And then not long after that, war broke out. So many young people in the village were taken to fight. And because the son was injured, so he was spared, his life was spared. And then this neighbor came again, said, "Wow, such good luck." And then again, this old man just said, "Maybe." Yeah, so that's the story. And I always love this story because when seemingly bad things happen to me, I just try to remind myself that our perception of good or bad about any situation is really limited at the moment. We can never know if something is actually good or bad. So, the essence of the story is that ups and downs are bound to come in life. It's inevitable. And what we can do is to just treat everything like this old man did, with a heart of a balanced heart, equanimous heart. So this is the year of Fire Horse, a year that carries movement, momentum, change, action. And then I, my wish for all of us is this: when something good happens, may we be grateful and remain humble. When something bad happens, may we be gentle with ourselves and remain hopeful. And then through it all, have a heart of, have a balanced, equanimous, and grounded heart. Yeah, so happy Lunar New Year, everyone. That's, thank you.
Just wanted to invite everybody next week for our spiritual life gathering. The theme is called The Reason Why We Sing. And it's a kind of a special week next week because we have the Faculty of Music Gospel Choir coming to perform. The Gospel Choir is made up of students from the Faculty of Music, our undergraduate art and sciences, and our very own TSD Emmanuel College is well represented in the choir as well. So we look forward to a celebration of singing, and we'll see you all next week.
Okay, so we're gonna learn how to wish people Happy New Year in 3 different traditions. So one of them will be Chinese, one of them will be Korean, and another one will be Tibetan. So because I don't speak any of these languages, so I'm gonna invite Tara, Ray, and Ngawang to come up and teach us the correct pronunciation of these sayings. Okay? Okay, Tara, how do we say the first one?
恭喜发财.
Gong Si Fa Sai.
Yeah.
So there's like a tone, right? So this diacritic above the letters, it tells the tone, right? Gong Si Fa Sai. Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. And then Korean one?
We don't have much accent, so just 새해 복 많이 받으세요. 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Thank you. And then Ngawang, the Tibetan one? Ngawang say, actually, this is very simple, but okay. No, you do it.
Together.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Losa
Tashi delek. Losa Tashi delek.
Yeah. So Losa means actually New Year. Tashi Delek is congratulations, auspicious. So that's like words. Losa Tashi Delek. So that's how to read. Thank you.
Thank you. So as we go out, we have gifts for you in Chinese tradition. There's a red envelope that people will give during Lunar New Year. And as you go out, we have our elders, Reverend Wan and Reverend Bin. They are gonna give us. There'll be our elders. Usually this is a tradition where elder people will give it to younger people, and usually, if you are married, you'll be expected to give out the red envelope, and if you are not married yet, you receive the envelope, something like that, right? So, but today, we are all learners, we are all students here, and as we have our elders who represent elders in our community who give up give us our red envelope, and I hope we'll get to practice saying some of these terms to them when we go out. Okay, yeah, and that's it. And feel free to continue to stay. If you want to leave, feel free to do so. If you want to spend time more, you have this room until 2:30. Okay. Thank you, everyone, and happy Lunar New Year. Gong Xi Fa Shai. Lo Sha Sa Shi Delek. Oh, since no one has won yet, we can just give it to everyone. Anyone who wants them. Yeah. Okay. If you want any of these, feel free to come take them. Yeah.
Yeah, we invite everyone to get some prize. There's so much.